Hi everyone, this is Isa Teese. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening, depending upon when it is that you are listening to this. This is part 3 of How to Have More Money. Greatly appreciate those of you that have been with me and have sent me private messages about this. It's really nice. And I also want to thank you for sharing this. It only takes 1 second to hit that share button and let other people know about things that, if you're finding value, is helpful for them. Just might be anyway. So we've spoken in part 1 and 2 about whether you were a spender or whether you're a hoarder. We spoke about your parentage and how you kind of grew up with money and many other things. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, I invite you and encourage you to do that right now. But today, what we're going to speak about is how to make money your friend and how the energy of life manifests so you can have more money and what's really underneath that. So first of all, remember that we've spoken about energy is everywhere. And money is energy. Therefore, money is everywhere. We have a belief system that money is that number that you see on your bank statement or in your checking account. And I know that that does appear to be a reality, but I also know that it also is going to keep you from feeling opulent or feeling you poverty-stricken. And how you feel is how you manifest. That's the part that's very, very important, is to understand and remember that how you feel and what you're putting out to the world is what you're going to bring back to you. So let's say that you have a conversation inside that says, you get your statements, you're going to pay your bills today. Okay. God dang, I can't stand it. I just don't have enough money to do all of this. I don't know how I'm going to allocate this money. And because, Jim didn't get as much money in his last paycheck, we don't even have enough to do what it is that we need to do for the basics. And this struggle is just really getting to me, and I don't know how I'm ever going to get through this. And you're thinking all these thoughts as you're writing out these checks or putting in your credit card number. Oh yeah, my credit card numbers are just about maxed out. What am I going to do? Well, here's what's happening while you're doing that. You are just shutting the door to receiving. What you think, how you feel, and what you're putting out is creating a world for you to live in, your very own world. And when you start to really have that awareness, then you can start to really be in touch with what it is that you might want to do differently. Because if you are feeling that sense of scarcity and you're putting energy on it, then you're going to have more of that occur in your life. So it's an important level for you. It's really the most important. Remember this. You manifest from your feeling and from your intention, not so much from your action. Your action's important, but it's not it. How many people do you know, or how many times have you gone out there and you've done things and done things and done things and done things, but they just really never happened right the way you wanted them to, or maybe not at all. Well, that's because underneath there might have been a thought that says, gosh, and in regard to money, I don't really deserve to have this. And I don't like the way people be with money. These millionaires and billionaires, they throw their power away around and they control and all these things. So it's very possible that those unconscious feelings that we spoke about in part number 1 are really having an effect on that. So it's important to be aware, to be conscious of what it is that you have going on inside of yourself. So how much gratitude do you have towards money? Do you see a penny or a dime on the ground and go, that's only a penny? Money is energy, remember? So you have gratitude for that. Every little bit makes a difference in how you be with it. So if you are in a place where you are focusing on what it is that you have, I'm so grateful that I have enough money to pay this bill or that bill or that bill. I'm so grateful that I have money coming in. I'm so grateful that money is coming forth to me. I'm so grateful that I have a ceiling over my head, or food in my mouth, or any of those kinds of things. That is going to make a very big difference. So look at your gratitude about money. And when you write a check, do you say, thank you? And do you possibly want to consider going out and saying, okay, go out and multiply. bring what it is that will bring the best for everybody involved. I'm so grateful that I'm paying for a service or a material thing that I got to experience. Instead of wanting to hoard and be resentful and angry, if you ever are that, and I'm not saying that you always are, but if you are, then look at that, because that kind of thing keeps money from returning to you. So it's important to get very clear about the undermining kinds of thoughts that are positive, or perhaps they're not so great, because you might just have really loving things. Ever since I was very small, I used to write thank you on my checks. Now I always use credit cards, so I don't really write checks hardly ever. But when I do, I'm always writing thank you, because it's a statement of gratitude. It's an energy that I'm sending out with that money. So be aware that you can do these little things. So you think the gratitude, you can write the gratitude. So one person told me yesterday, she said, I kiss my checks. Okay, whatever works for you. And the other thing that you can do is when you send it out, recognize that what you're really desiring by whatever it is that you're purchasing is not the material thing. I know it seems like it's the material thing. I know it seems like it's that I want that new car, or I want to have dinner, or I want to put my child through school. But if you're very honest with yourself, you will recognize that you want how it makes you feel. Money is not about the tangibility. It's not about the numbers. It's about how you feel because you have money. Does it make you feel powerful? Does it make you feel just like really good that you get to give in a way that otherwise you might not have? What is the feeling that's underneath whatever it is that you are desiring to have? If you're buying things for your business and you're buying more AdWords or things like that, or Facebook advertising, is it that you're excited about being able to have Facebook advertising? No, you're excited about what that advertising is going to help you feel. What helps you acquire might be more customers, but if you have more customers, what's underneath that? And when you give away something, you can buy presents for your children or do things for other people. Isn't it really that you feel good when you do that? So ultimately, be clear that money is about how you feel. And when you get yourself in a place where you're feeling good even when that money doesn't look like what you would like to, that allows for more money to come. So it's kind of a cool thing, actually, when you start to realize that. So give your money direction. I think of Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank all the time, because they call him Mr. Happiness, or no, they call him not Mr. Money. What do they call him? They call him... well, it doesn't matter. They call him something. The bottom line is that he talks very clearly about money being his friend. He speaks about money as his partner. He speaks about money and he tells his money, go out and find the apartment buildings that I want to buy. Go out and do this. I mean, he literally speaks to it. What if you developed a relationship with money like that? What if it became literally your friend, someone that you spoke to, someone that you connected with? And it's not maybe a someone, but it is an energy. So it's a live, living essence of life. What if you connected in some way? And if you think this is like weird and, way out there, that's okay. But what if it worked? What if what you were doing wasn't just quite enough to get what it is that you desire? Does it hurt to try something new? I'll tell you, in my own personal experience, the more connected I feel with something, the more I am one with it, the more I can experience the results from it. Therefore, I encourage you to make money your friend. Another thing that you can do is recognize that because money is energy and because it's everywhere, that you breathe it in. You literally can do an exercise where you're breathing that energy into your body, and you can exhale it. And the more you allow it to come and go, the more you allow the flow of it to experience rather than hoarding it or holding on to it, the more powerfully it will be attracted towards you. Because all of life, remember a couple of videos ago I said that some people say that God is uninterrupted movement. God is energy. And money is energy. God is all of life. Therefore, when you have the experience of letting the flow of life come through you, rather than try to hold on to it, it expands, because everything we have attention to is expanding. So you can visualize what it is that you would like, and remember that when you're visualizing, feel the feelings with it, because that's the way you're going to get the results you're looking for. Another thing that you can do is, and this is what I'm going to leave you with, is that you can script about money. You can create literally a script, a one-page paper that talks about your relationship with money and how you would like your life to be based on that. And if you would like a paper, an example of how to do that, I am more than thrilled to share with you something that I've written that will give you an example and will show you how to get yourself to be having the results that you really would like. So private message me your email address. I will send you that paper. If you would like to be on the email list, then let me know that, because when you do, then I'll let you know when I'm doing retreats and seminars and things of that nature. So please share this along, and remember that if you would like to maintain an awesome relationship with money, stay aware of how you're feeling, thinking, experiencing, speaking, and how you're dealing with money. Visualize, make it your friend, and then allow yourself to focus on how much you have, not how little you seem to have. That's a really important thing. And when you get the script information and you write your script, read it every single day. So what am I asking you to do today? If you would, or send me a private message with your email address, I'll send you the free information about the scripting, and I'll put you on the mailing list. And secondly, I would like for you and would appreciate you writing a comment about this series in the comment section. And in addition to that, if you write in the comment section what other things you would like me to do series on, I'll be more than happy to do that. So I am working on one that I'm thinking of. Oh, and by the way, my last thing is that I am looking at doing a free audio for that's more extensive than what I'm doing here on Facebook about money and manifestation. So if I have your email address, you'll get information about that, and I'll keep you posted on what's happening. Have the most awesome weekend of your life so far. I really look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. And until then, feel a hug.